Hello, Williams class. For your history lesson today, the learning objective is, can I understand why the Romans invaded Britain? So by the end of the lesson, you will have understood why the Romans decided to invade Britain, and you will also look at the 5 main reasons why the Romans invaded Britain. Why did the Romans invade Britain? Britain had lots of goods which the Romans wanted: lead, wood, tin, wool, slaves, gold, silver, and corn. So the Romans wanted all of these goods that Britain was supplying, that they had with them. Corn. As the Roman Empire grew bigger, there were more and more people to feed. More Romans started living in towns, leaving fewer people in the country to grow crops. Rome needed to import more food, and Britain was a very fertile land. Fertile means that the land was producing, was making lots and lots of food. Number 1, raw materials, wool. Britain had a good supply of sheep, and wool was needed for making Roman togas. So that is what you call the dress that the Romans would put on. Raw materials, leather. The Roman army used a lot of leather in uniforms and in soldiers' tents. Leather was also used to make buckets. Number 2, valuable metals, silver. The Romans made their money out of silver. More coins were needed as the empire grew. Britain already had silver mines that the Romans knew about. Silver was a luxury item for rich Romans, so there was a big demand for it. Gold. Gold was used for jewelry and was in great demand by the Romans. Gold was very important to trade as a means of exchange and also for gold coins. And there was a scarcity of gold across the empire, so it's lucky that the British had some. Scarcity means that not much gold was available in the world back then. So if someone had it, you wanted to make sure that you had access to it as well. You tried your best to get that gold. Tin. Britain also had tin mines, and tin and pewter were used for cups and plates. Tin could be mixed with other metals to make strong, hard metals. So that's why tin was very, very special then, because you could use it for so many other things as well. The Romans used a lot of lead. Lead was really useful for the Romans, and Britain had a good supply of it. Lead was used to make water pipes and plumbing systems, and lead was also used to make coffins. So we definitely needed lead. Number 3, power. The Romans didn't just want goods from Britain, they also wanted to invade to show how powerful they were. By conquering more and more countries and making their empire bigger, it made Rome more powerful. The Romans also believed it was their duty to do this and make the world civilized like them. Civilized means that the Romans believed they were acting like proper human beings should act. And if you weren't acting that way, then you were known as being uncivilized, which was not something to be proud of. Now we're going to read the quote on the next slide to see what they believed about this. The Roman belief. Remember, you are Roman. It will be your job to rule over other countries so that the world becomes peaceful and everyone obeys Roman law. This was written by someone named Virgil in 20 BC. So that's what the Romans believed. They believed that it is your duty as a Roman person to make sure that you are ruling over other countries, and so they become more peaceful and everyone starts to follow the Roman law that Romans follow. Seems quite forceful. Number 4, ambition. Invading other countries and adding to the empire was a way to become more powerful and popular. The first invasions took place because Julius Caesar was ambitious and he wanted power and glory. So if you're ambitious, that means that you have big, big hopes and dreams that you really want to make come true. Claudius had just become emperor in the 1st century BC and wanted to prove himself as a good leader of Rome when his invasion took place. So he had something to prove. Number 5, revenge. The Britons had been helping the Gauls, French, fight against the Romans. So the British and the French got together to fight against the Romans. The Romans wanted to punish the Britons for this and make sure that they could no longer do this. So they wanted to make British people, the British soldiers, feel bad for the fact that they have another person helping them to fight the Romans. And the Romans wanted to punish them for this to make sure that the British would get way too scared and then not have anyone else help them in the fight against the Romans. Why did the Romans invade Britain? What I would like for you to do is to draw a spider diagram, use the following headings, include key information underneath those headings. So you draw a mind map in the middle, write in it, why did the Romans invade Britain? And then using a ruler, draw 5 branches coming out of the mind map with these headings. Other raw materials, revenge, ambition, power, valuable metals. So let me give you an example of what I would write if I had to write an example under each heading as to why the Romans invaded Britain. And we're going to start with other raw materials. So I'm going to get my pen and show you what I would write for raw materials. So if I was to think about why the Romans invaded Britain and what raw materials has to do with it, one of the raw materials that the Romans really wanted was wool, because wool was needed to make Roman togas, which is the Roman dress at the time. So I'm going to write that. Wool was needed to make Roman togas. Don't forget your full stop and your capital letters. Wool was needed to make Roman togas. Fantastic. Let's move on to the next one, revenge. What one sentence can I come up with to tell me that the Romans invaded Britain for the sake of revenge? So I remember that the Romans wanted to punish the British because the British had the French help them to fight the Romans. So I'm going to write that underneath my revenge heading. British asked the French for, and I'm going to go even better. I'm not going to write help. I'm going to write a better word. Assistance. In fighting the Romans. Full stop. The British asked the French for assistance in fighting the Romans. Fantastic. What about ambition? What does ambition have to do with the Romans invading Britain? Let's find out. Now, if you remember reading about the ambition section with regards to the Romans invading Britain, you will know or remember that invading other countries showed power. And that's exactly why the Romans wanted to invade Britain. When you think about their ambition, they wanted to seem as powerful as possible. So I'm going to write exactly that. Get my trusty pen ready. So, invading other countries showed power. Full stop. So that is the ambition of the Romans against the British. Power. We have spoken a little bit about power already, but what about power specifically made the Romans invade Britain? So what you could write about power and the Romans and the British is the fact that they believed it was their duty to invade Britain. So the Romans believed it was their duty to invade Britain. So why that has a link with power is because with them invading Britain, that then would make them look more powerful in the world. Lastly, valuable metals. Why did valuable metals mean that the Romans then would have to invade Britain? One example of a valuable metal that the Romans really wanted was gold, and gold was only really ever kept with Britain. So that's why they had to invade. They wanted all of that gold. So the Romans wanted gold. Fabulous! Exclamation mark to make it different and more exciting. So there you have it. I've modelled a little bit. I've shown you how you could write your mind map up. Try not to use the same ideas as me just because I want to see what ideas you come up with. Post it onto Tapestry and I'm really excited to see what you come up with. I'll see you soon, Williams class.